Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is January the 17th, 2025. We're going to be talking about TNA because this Sunday, we will have have Genesis. And they hype up NXT to be part of this because of the partnership. If you guys didn't know about that. The wrestlers are getting excited for it because some of the wrestlers been in WWE before and they got released, and now they could go back to WWE and do what they had to do again and maybe win championships. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy wants to go to WWE or NXT as the tag team champions. They want to show the belts off. We haven't seen the tag team titles on TNA. We only saw the X Division title and the Knockouts title. So anything could happen. Let's see what happens in Genesis. I don't know if I get to watch it live because the streaming I get, sometimes I don't get that show. The TNA shows. Mostly I get the top big ones like AEW pay-per-views or WWE's, but now on WWE I don't need a stream. The only streaming app I need is Netflix. I'm using my TV for the other streaming ones. So, yeah. So, that's what happened there for Genesis. Let's see what type of NXT stars will show up. Will there be any NXT guys show up? I think there has to be. What's the point of hyping it up and putting it on social media? People are talking about it. What's the point of doing that if nobody's going to show up? I think somebody's going to show up. I'm hoping there's some top NXT stars show up, like maybe Julia, Oba Fami, a whole bunch of people. I'm hoping that we get a whole bunch of people showing up. It could be an invasion. Imagine NXT and TNA had their own invasion, just like we had with WCW and ECW against WWE. Now it's NXT's turn. NXT never had an invasion, except for the main roster people, but that's still WWE. I'm talking about company against company. But I'm hoping that TNA doesn't get discontinued when they lose. I hope that doesn't happen. But we don't know what's going to happen on Genesis. It's an interesting partnership. People are happy. Some people are okay with it. I didn't see a lot of negative comments. I think it's pretty cool. People are talking about 2K25. There's going to be some new feature, something about with a city. I think they're going to try to do like the olden games where you could walk around in the city and have a brawl there. I'm hoping they expand the backstage brawl. I was loving the olden ones because you could go to the parking lot, offices, locker rooms. You could go a whole bunch of places, but in 2K24's one, you don't go in a lot of places. There's like one spot, you go like interviews, and then you go on top of something. That's where the interviews are, and the big light bulb, then a parking lot. And people are saying there might be teasing a new match type. I don't know what match type. I didn't see a match type. But that's going to happen next week when they announce something. I believe they're going to announce who's going to be on the cover. And on the 27th, it could be, because that's Roman Reigns. He says the next time you will see me is on the 27th. And I think the next time we're going to see him is going to be on the cover. And that's on the 27th. And the 28th, I think that's going to be the trailer. Because they announced that there's going to be an announcement going to happen on the 28th. So 27 and 28, we get a cover. And I believe we get a trailer, and we get to see some of the stars that will be in the game. Will there be any TNA stars? Will there be any? There will be NXT. I don't know what I'm talking about. But we will find out next week. I believe that's next week. I believe so. The 27th and 28th. I believe that's next week. Let me check that out. I believe so. That's the internet. I don't want the internet. The 27th. Oh, it's 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. It's not next week. Thank God I checked. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got not AEW. We got TNA to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ash and Heather had a pre-championship celebration before their match, and of course the personal conseiller, he had a surprise for them. He had cutouts of Ash and Heather wearing the Knockouts tag team titles when they didn't win it, and they think they won it. They were thanking people like they're having a celebration for a championship that they didn't win. Okay, that's not weird. They are so full of themselves. Spitfire came out and had some things to say, and they just called them blondies, wannabe Barbies, and all that stuff. And then they had a brawl, but the Spitfire was standing tall. We had a face-to-face between Masha and Rosemary, but they were like in a church when she talking about her sins, something like that. But they're going to have a match in a Clockwork House of Fun match for the Knockouts title. Rosemary versus Masha Slamovich. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we had Josh Alexander coming up with his little goons, because I guess they attacked Mike Satana in a independent wrestling show. And it looked like Mike Satana might be injured, and he says, "Oh, we can't do this match because he's injured. Blah, blah, blah. I had to be scared of this guy because now Mike Satana wants to take my spot, trying to be the top guy in TNA." But Mike Satana came out, and he says, "We're having our match, but this match is going to be an I Quit match now." So we got an I Quit match between Mike Satana and Josh Alexander, and they both said they're going to make each other say I quit. They didn't brawl. They didn't do anything. They just think that they're more ruthless than each other. So we will see who will say I quit when we get to Genesis on Sunday. Don't they always do their pay-per-views on Fridays? Now they're doing it on Sunday. I'm happy they're doing it Sunday. Because tonight, if it was happening, it would be tonight, and I'll be watching SmackDown. I won't be watching that live. So, ladies and gentlemen, first match of the evening, we got Leon Slater. He will be facing Frankie Kazarian in the Countdown to Genesis. That will be on Twitter, and Busted Open as the host. If you guys didn't know who that was, Bubba Ray Dudley, some guy named Dave, a whole bunch of WWE legends or TNA legends, like Tommy Dreamer. We see Mark Henry sometimes. Yeah, all of those guys. But I think it's Bubba Ray and Dave is the real part of the Busted Open. And it will be on Sports Network 360 in Canada. So that's going to be interesting to see if you want to watch the countdown. Normally I watch it off of YouTube. Normally I don't watch countdowns for pay-per-views, but maybe I will watch it. Maybe, I don't know yet. There's some matches happening. We got Leon Slater versus Trent Seven, and of course Frankie Kazarian has to be on commentary and annoy Tom. He has no problem with Matthew Ripfraud. Mostly every single person has a problem with Tom because it's heels. Why do you have a problem with Tom? He's a nice guy. Don't have to be so mean to Tom. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Leon Slater is one of my favorite right now. And he's doing a good job. He did an amazing jump off of the stage, off the ramp, onto Trent Seven. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Leon Slater. He gets the win, and he got the respect from Trent Seven. Trent Seven did the bow, and I think this could be the last time we see Trent Seven because he was supposed to be gone from TNA. So, ladies and gentlemen, next match we got Steve Maclin and Eric Young versus First Class, because Steve Maclin and Eric Young will be versing the System at Genesis. And it was a pretty decent match. I like First Class because of KC. Not a big fan of AJ Francis. The guy can't really wrestle very well. If you guys didn't know, he faced a YouTuber, BDE. Brandon Does Everything. That's very cool for another YouTuber to be in a wrestling. I know 3 YouTubers that's wrestlers now. Logan Paul, BDE, and Chris Danger. So that's pretty cool to see YouTubers actually doing their what they've been doing, reacting to wrestling, and now they're doing it for themselves. They're actually doing the real wrestling and seeing it. Now other people could react to them. And they could see that on YouTube if they want to. So That's pretty cool. But ladies and gentlemen, we got Steve Macklin and Eric Young winning the match, and there's the system doing something. I don't know what they're doing. They were putting their fists together. They think they're the Shield. We had Jake Something versus Little Kid. I like Little Kid too. He's a really good luchador. But the winner of that match was Jake Something after a massive, dangerous powerbomb off the turnbuckle. Jake Something wins. We get another video or whatever, a tease for 23. Still don't know what that means. I still don't know what 23 means. But ladies and gentlemen, we got the Hardys versus Sami Callihan and PCO. If Sami and PCO wins, they get added to the tag team match against the Rascals and the Hardys at Genesis. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was the Hardys. Sami Callihan and PCO accidentally hit each other, but they lost the match and not getting a title opportunity. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they did. I think I told you guys they mentioned Masha Slamovich being on NXT. Will we see? We did see Cora Jade show up on TNA because it was just a little promos between Masha and Rosemary, so it wasn't a match, and they weren't in the ring, so... But, if Masha wins, maybe Cora Jade could come. Cora Jade never been in TNA. Izzy Dame has. Carmen has. Soruka has. That's all the women. And the Wolfgang. Ariana Grace did, because she was injured and she couldn't really do much. But everybody wanted to see the father and daughter reunion between Santina Marella and Ariana Grace. So yeah, that's why they did that. That was pretty cool for them. And just like WWE did with The Rock and Ava. So that's pretty cool to see how great they were doing. You see how great their fathers are. Legendaries. And the younger of them, their daughters. So... ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Grace, before this match happened, she came to the commentary and she said Tessa Blanchard did not sign the contract for her match at Genesis against Jordan Grace. So she said she will leave the contract with Tom and Matthew Ripprod on the announce table. And after this main event between the Hardys, Sami Callihan, and PCO, I almost forgot who it was. After the match, there's Tessa getting angry at Tom again. Oh my god, people getting mad at Tom. She signs the contract. And then she was freaking being bullied to Tom again. She throwing the contract at him, grabbing Tom. And then Jordan Grace came out and we had a brawl between Tessa and Jordan Grace. But the woman that's standing tall was Jordan Grace after she did the Jordan driver. It's the same thing as Penta driver. But she said it's her division, and she wants Tessa Blanchard out of the division. You know, that would be crazy if we see Tessa on NXT. I think she was in WWE before, like the younger days, when it was black and gold NXT. I think she was on there, but she didn't last long. Imagine we get to see her again. But this time, because of the TNA and NXT partnership, that would be crazy. And we could see a lot of crazy matches between Tessa, Julia, Stephanie, Zara, a whole bunch of people. Kalani Jordan. A lot of crazy matches that could happen if she's going to be part of that partnership. I don't think there's any person that is banned from it. I think anyone can be part of it. Nobody's banned. I don't think so. I haven't read anything that somebody is banned. That they can't come to WWE or come to TNA. I don't think anyone is banned. I think everybody is allowed to do this. But there's no point to have a partnership if there's going to be some people in that company, WWE company, and TNA company, and they can't go into WWE because they're banned. You can't be part of the partnership. So that would be stupid. Maybe that's why Trent Seven had to leave, because maybe he was banned. I don't know. I wish Speedball Mike Bailey was still in TNA, man. That would be awesome to see. Speedball Mike Bailey, imagine him coming to NXT. That would be great. That would be great. But ladies and gentlemen, we will see what this partnership will have in store. I guess it starts on Genesis because Masha didn't attack anyone on NXT. She was in the audience. She didn't really do much. So maybe this whole partnership starts with Genesis because NXT is getting hyped up to be part of it. So let's see what happens. We have a face-to-face between Joe Hendry and Nick Nemeth. Joe has the problems. One was Ryan, and the other one is John Bradshaw Layfield. But Mr. Nick Nemeth already told Joe that he had nothing to do with it. He saw a video, but he said what he saw was what John Bradshaw Layfield did to his brother. Not what he did to Joe. He just saw Joe Hendry laying on the ground at Bound for Glory, and he took advantage. He won the match because he thought he did something. And then Ryan came out and he has some things to say. He won't shut up. And then Joe Hendry says, you know what, I'm getting annoyed of you. He was about to do his finisher, and so Nick Nemeth super kick him and help his brother. But his brother won't still shut up. And Nick telling him to stop talking. And they walked away. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of TNA. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys. I'm hoping that we could do Genesis, but I will see you guys tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown results. What do we have for Friday Night SmackDown? I don't even know what we have. I thought we have a title match. No, I don't think we have a title match. Do we have a title match? Yes, we do. Bayley versus Tiffany Stratton because now Bayley likes to come to every single show. And now we all know she's not going to win because she had a brawl on Raw. She had a brawl on NXT. Is she 100% now on SmackDown? I have no idea. But we will find out, right? But that's all for today. See you guys tomorrow. Well, thanks for subscribing. I know I have 74 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm happy. Thank you for that. I appreciate all of you guys do for me. I see the comments. I know I don't reply. I'm sorry I don't reply. But thanks for all the great positive comments. You guys like it. You guys say I do a good job. I'm happy that I do a good job. I try my best to make it entertaining. Make me try to go crazy and yelly for you guys because that's what I do and that's what I want to do. I try to get be a hype. Sometimes I'm not hype because sometimes I'm tired or it's a gloomy day. So yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, you know what to do. Time is out. See you guys tomorrow. Bye!